Donald Trump has had his first medical exam as president, and the results indicate that he's extremely healthy. His cholesterol is a little high, but according to the doctor that analyzed his health, he is in good shape. Dr. Ronnie Jackson is the person who conducted these tests, and it not only incorporated a physical exam, but also a cognitive exam because of the fact that so many people have been questioning Trump's mental fitness for office. Now, according to the official medical record, Trump stands at 75 inches tall, or 6 feet 3 inches tall, and weighs 239 pounds, which indicates that he is overweight, but his BMI indicates that he is not considered obese. His doctor was quoted as saying, Trump has incredible genes, and if he had a healthier diet over the past 20 years, he might live to be 200. In fact, why don't we hear from his doctor? Again, this is the same doctor, by the way, who performed medical exams on Obama. So it doesn't appear that there is any type of partisan issue here, but I want you to hear from him yourselves, so take a look.
Can you explain to me how a guy who eats McDonald's and fried chicken and all those Diet Cokes and who never exercises is in as good a shape as you say he's in?
It's called genetics. I don't know. It's some people have just great genes. I told the president that if he had a healthier diet over the last 20 years, he might live to be 200 years old. I don't know. I mean, he has incredible genes. I just assume.
Okay, so he has incredible genes. Now, that was something that was covered by Cenk on yesterday's show, but there's a little twist. And the twist to the story is that these medical reports have now led to the so-called Girther movement.
Awesome.
A play on the birther movement, obviously, which was something that Trump pushed for when he claimed that Obama wasn't born in the United States and needed to show everyone his birth certificate. Now, the Girther movement, I believe, was coined by Chris Hayes. He tweeted about it. Has anyone coined Girther for those who believe the president weighs more than his doctor reports? And then the conspiracy theories began. The comparisons between Trump and athletes, Trump and our former president, Barack Obama. Now, Barack Obama's height was 6'1", and this new medical report on Trump indicates he's 6'3", but if you look at pictures of them standing side by side, that doesn't appear to be the case.
Well, Ben Mankiewicz says pictures don't tell 1,000 words, they lie. So it could depend on the angle, etc. So I'm not a girther. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but I'm 160 pounds.
Are you really? No, you're not. Okay, hold on. Sorry, because my mind went. Never mind. I'm not gonna insult you. Go ahead.
Too late. So anyway, I'm largely going to defend Donald Trump on this because it's a pointless conspiracy. So what, right? Even if he's lying, and I don't know why the doctor would lie. The doctor is a super legit doctor. He's been the White House doctor since 2013. It's not important, it's not relevant. But that's the thing about conspiracy theories. The minute they start to look more and more plausible every minute. So then the people found out that on his driver's license, he's actually listed as 6'2". Now, I look at that and go, who cares? 6'3", 6'2", what's the big deal? But then hold on. Then I read a little bit more into it, and people are like, if he was 6'2" and 239 pounds,
drums,
he would go from being overweight categorically based on BMI to obese. Now, is there anyone in the country who would care about whether they're called obese or not more than Donald Trump, right? Yeah. So I'm like, wait a minute, that's a little plausible, right? And then yesterday when I covered the story and I showed that same clip, I noted like Ronnie Jackson is sweating his ass off up there, okay? He's like under the lights and he's like frazzled and he's like, no, it's true. He's 239 pounds. It's 30 out of 30 on the cognitive score. But so what, there's lights there, it doesn't mean anything, but you start to put it together and then people go, huh,
Yeah, it's interesting because I think the Girther movement is funny, mostly because it's a play off of the birther movement,
Oh, it's definitely, on name alone, it's taking off.
It's pretty funny. I don't really like nitpicking about like his weight, you know what I mean? It makes me uncomfortable. It also makes me uncomfortable when people speculate about his mental health. I will admit that his behavior seems erratic. He seems to do things that don't seem normal, say things that don't seem normal. But based on this, cognitive test that he was given, he shows no signs of dementia or Alzheimer's. The exact test that they gave him is known as the Montreal Cognitive Assessment. And it's a very simple test, but apparently it's very effective in determining whether or not an individual has dementia or Alzheimer's. Now it detects 94% of people who do have dementia, and a score of 26 or lower indicates that you probably are developing dementia. Now, he received a score of 30, but what they do is they have you draw a cube, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they gave him a genius test. Like people are treating it as if like, that's smartest man in America. No, he doesn't have signs of dementia, which is a good thing. Good, I'm glad he doesn't. Now, there's more that I wanna get to, because Sanjay Gupta has immersed himself in the middle of this controversy because he believes that Trump does in fact have heart disease. Okay, so let's go to graphic 33. According to Gupta, he found that Trump's coronary calcium score was alarming, noting Jackson's data that shows in 2009 it was 34 and in 2018 it's 133. Any score above 100 is at high risk of a heart attack or heart disease within 3 to 5 years. Look, I'm not a medical professional, I don't know, right? But I just feel uncomfortable with someone who's not like testing Trump himself chiming in on this either. You know what I mean?
Look, I'm gonna defend Trump on that one too. First of all, damn it, Jim, I'm not a doctor, I'm a talk show host. And so of course I don't know what a score of 133 means. I read it, I understood what Sanjay Gupta is saying, but it seems sensationalistic to call it heart disease. It makes it sound like he's gonna have a heart attack any second. And his doctor says, no, they did coronary tests on him and he's fine. So, and you could argue over that particular number, but so what? I mean, even if he was at risk for heart disease. And
yeah, that's
right?
a good point.
It's just irrelevant in that sense.
And then also people who kept posting pictures comparing Trump to athletes who happen to weigh more. So we have a few examples of that. Let's go to graphic 45. Who's that? Okay.
I got distracted.
Okay. Anyway, look, we don't know. I don't know. Let's just keep looking at these pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Muscle weighs more than fat. These are not the best ways of determining whether or not he's lying about his weight, and I don't care. So let's move on with our lives.
So okay, but I'm gonna say one last thing. Again, once the conspiracies start, they're like they catch on wildfire. Because you see those pictures, they even got to me. I was like, wait a minute. There's no way that guy's 239 and that guy's 239. And then Johnny Pie got me. He's like, there's no way he's 239. Okay, and then apparently another part of the theory is that he got the cognitive test ahead of time. That they insisted on taking it because it's out there in public and they had him study for it. Okay, if that's true, that's so wonderfully pathetic. But again,
no, but that didn't happen.
Okay, we don't. No, that's fake news.
For that test.
That's actually might be literally fake news. Okay. Anyway, but so my bottom line on all this is, Trump today was bragging about the 30 out of 30. That doesn't test how intelligent you are. It's not an IQ test. It tests whether you have dementia.
Yeah.
That is the lowest bar ever. We have an idiot president going around, hey, I don't have dementia. Aren't I so smart? Look at me.
I'm a stable genius.
I'm not mentally deficient. Hey! Well, that goes to show that perhaps you're not that bright if your bar is, I don't have dementia and I'm proud. You just watched the video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.